What's good, you lovely people? No, let me stop. Just not getting off work. For those who don't know, one of the greatest feelings in the world for people who wear boots when they go to work is finally unlacing them bitches. Like when we come out and get done, let's see if I can bring this even. There's like a level of pressure taken off the calves. The calves and the shins. On another note, I hope you guys have been enjoying my streaming between don't you come on yet, you son of a bitch. Well, I think it did that because it's plugged. It's just gonna do that. Hopefully the lighting doesn't really fuck it up. I got chess tonight, so I'm gonna do everything I can to carb up. I'm gonna fold some clothes real quick and then try to stream for an hour. Go to the gym. And then stream for another hour. While I'm making this video, I wanted something to upload. I don't know, I also may just go ahead and just post the videos. I still got interviews I gotta put out. All I really put out today was just all I put out today was just my workout shorts. That's it. There we go. 27 gigs. Alright, so I gotta rename all of these? That's crazy. Alright, well, if that's the case. 1 second. Oh, fuck. Oh, I forgot to start the clock. I ordered some more stuff for the room, so y'all, I'm actually kind of proud of myself. I didn't think that I did not think. Let's set it for 15, because y'all know I come on here and I talk about mainly bullshit. Let's see if I can milk the clock a little bit, just for a little bit. All right, so we're gonna start with this one. Rename 1. We're gonna start with this one. Rename 2. Then we're gonna start with this one. Rename 3. Alright, so what's the word of the day? The word of the day is still stressed. Or stressed. Nah, I'm kidding. We need a new word. I know when I went to group therapy, you couldn't use the same word over and over. My first week in group therapy. I'll pick it out later so it looks longer. My first word was always nervousness, scared, fear. They would always ask me why, and I couldn't tell them. Guys have probably figured this out by now, but I scare really, really easy. Really, really easy. So what's the word of the day for today? Oh yeah, y'all. Word of the day is like and subscribe. Please support the channel. That's not the word of the day, but Temperament. The word of the day is temperament. My temperament is the absolute worst, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not the easiest to deal with. I'm not the easiest to be around. I had to replace a battery on one of my vehicles today. Man, listen. I feel like in life you have to be well-rounded, be mechanically inclined, know a little bit about housing, whether it's plumbing, foundation of the house, conditions of a house, what else? Plumbers, mechanics, and know a little something about electricity and technician. Because if you don't, and I don't even think this is a Fayetteville, North Carolina thing, if you don't, no matter where you go, you're going to be taken advantage of. You just are. It doesn't matter if you are a male or a female. If you are not mechanically inclined, plumbing inclined, if that's a word, or technician inclined, if you have no knowledge, basic knowledge, you're going to get taken advantage of. And I don't know if any of y'all knew this, but, and I know it used to be a woman thing, I think, I don't know, being taken advantage of when it came to mechanic work and all that other stuff, when it came to like cars and shit. But no, you got men. I'm one of them. I will admit I'm not that mechanically inclined, but certain shit on the vehicle you're not gonna be able to get over on me. Especially if I've been riding around on that vehicle. Basic knowledge. You got to know when to change your tires. You got to know when to get an oil change. You just got to know these things. You're not going to be able to get one over on me on that. Now, hoses, computer chips, suspension, paint, any and everything electrical, you're going to be able to get one over on me. To an extent on the electrical, because I know about fuse boxes. So, there we go. And eject. But the reason why I say temperament, I had to work on my temperament like all this morning. I had to have a level of patience that I think most people... Now, don't let this take away from what I said last night, because again, my temperament definitely is shot. I don't have patience, but I do know you want people in your pocket, if that makes sense. You don't ever want to, especially if they have some form of power of control over you, you don't ever want to piss them off. You know? I had to switch out the battery for my work car, and make a long story short, for most who are mechanically inclined, switching out the battery should have took maybe 30 to 40 minutes, depending on, you know, the tools that you have, how fast you uninstall and reinstall, the wiring, the clips, make sure there's no corrosion, all of that. Cool. It took me about 4 hours. And not because I don't know how to change out a fucking battery. driving back and forth. So, first battery, I had to uninstall it, and that took me a while. I ain't gonna hold you, because trying to figure out. I love Chevy Impalas. They are. You keep up on the maintenance well on a Chevy Impala, that bitch will run you maybe close to 400,000 miles. And I'm not even saying that as an maybe a little exaggeration, because I think the highest mileage I've seen on a Chevy Impala, same engine, was probably 355 miles. But you couldn't convince me that car wasn't. Maybe, I'm pretty sure there was a shitload of replacements. But a Chevy Impala, if you maintain good maintenance on it, make sure it's clean, all that other stuff, inside, outside, functions, all that, should get you where you need to be. Anyway, that is a good A to B car. Good A to B car. And what I mean by that is get you from point A to point B. I wouldn't take long trips in it if it had a high ass mileage, but then it'll get the job done. Anyway, the first battery that they gave me, and I was even telling them, I was like, this battery too big. Well, hey, here on the file it says X, Y, and Z. And I'm going to tell you right now, look, most batteries, you paying about 200 something bucks. If you buy a cheap one, that bitch might last you 6 months to a year. I'm telling you, go on, get that battery that costs 200 bucks, 250, 300, and worry about electrical problems from the battery at least. Not worry about it for another 3 years. I'm telling you that. I wish somebody had taught me that. I learned that the hard way. But when you're trying to tell me, and I knew it, let's say the battery you need is this small, rectangular or squarish, fits perfectly in the socket, and you try to sell me a battery this fucking big, and I even knew, I was like, ma'am, sir, this ain't gonna fit in. Buy it anyway. Sure as shit, go to install it. The damn connectors couldn't even reach over to the minus and plus side on the damn battery. And I was like, you know what? Don't even get mad, because you should have convinced them people to get you a smaller battery. You bought it having faith and confidence because of what the computer said. You bought that shit in faith and confidence. So now, this your fault. This not theirs. So I go back in that store. Calm. Hey, like I said, the battery don't work. Or sorry, it doesn't fit. What we gonna do about it? They switched out the battery and gave me a battery that was... I wish I could use another example. I don't have anything smaller than this. They gave me something a tad bit small, tad bit bigger than this, but it did fit inside the car, as I know it fucking would. Anyway, a little clumsy, y'all. Temperament's bad. I'm dropping shit. I'm dropping bolts and shit, man. A couple of bolts get in the vehicle. Now I gotta uninstall some of the light components to get in the vehicle to install that funky ass battery. Make a long story short, to be able to connect the connectors, I had to go to a shop. And even though I don't trust mechanics, there's this one mechanic shop that I trust, that I know is not gonna hold me or try to, just get my money. I don't know how many people have their own personal mechanics, but if you can establish a good relationship with your mechanic shop and I don't know whole shit, they will take care of you. Anyway, finally got the battery fixed. Finally was able to get something to eat. Go to work. Work was work. Stressful, but work was work. Got certain deadlines to meet. What made it so bad was we had a late work call. I wasn't able to enjoy my late work call because I had this shit. I had to get up early and be there when they first opened. That's what I was like. shit. Yep. Teachers on. Nobody bothered me. They let me do what I needed to do. Shit still didn't get done, but it's gonna get done. But the reason why I say the word of the day is temperament. My temperament is so bad, I don't have the patience to change out a damn car battery, y'all. I hate mishaps, like when one thing, good or bad, goes out of order, like just out of whack, just out of sequence. Even when it's good, I know some people be like, "Who does that when shit is good?" It's yeah. I know I can't be the only one that has why they still wear this uniform. Now they may again have a better resiliency than I do, but temperament, nah. I notice even with people that have that are high ranks, their temperament is bad, if not a lot worse, and they have so much power. They have a lot of power over individuals, man. I'm only speaking for me. I'm not going to speak for everybody. But could you imagine working in a field where you always have to walk on eggshells? Them bitches is always going to break. Again, I'm really not one to talk. Y'all, we made it to 15 minutes. We're probably a little past. I'm getting better at this. But, you know, the word of the day is temperament. The only reason I bring this up. Could you imagine being a husband, being a father with a very, very short patience because of the shit you already deal with in the military? My hat really and head goes off to these veterans, man, who are out, who either, whether they got kicked out, whether they med boarded, whether they retired. I don't know. I don't. I'm pretty sure they're out there. Unfortunately, I was just introduced to bad aspects of the military for too long. I think anybody, the only reason I'm saying all this, I don't want to make it seem like I'm shitting on the Army. The Army itself is not bad. The Marine itself is not bad. Navy, Air Force is not bad. But you got a lot of bad factors and entities in it, if that makes sense. Anyway, I said all that to say this. Could you imagine being a father, a husband, a provider, brother, son, whatever, with a really, I think, now I will say having a temperament to a degree makes you more susceptible, or less susceptible to bullshit from your family, friends, sons, daughters, mother, whatever. But I don't know, man. I when I went in there a second time, I had to go. Then I walk in, hey y'all, battery doesn't fit. I was like, but in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, you fucking motherfucker, you motherfuckers. But the word of the day is temperament. And I'm hoping as I go through this med board process, and it probably won't happen overnight, I learn to have a better temperament and how to gauge with people. I already have certain factors about myself that will probably cripple me with engaging with people socially. But having social anxiety and having a bad temperament, those definitely don't mix well, you know. Definitely don't mix well. So anyway, I'm gonna finish this up. I got some clothes to fold. I'm gonna try to stream Final Fantasy 16 for an hour, go to the gym with my brother, do some chest, and then come back and then stream again on my Switch. I'll say this, y'all. I feel like if I start treating things like a schedule as far as the gaming, I think I might be able to put more content out. I think. Don't quote me. But I'm gonna try to game like it's a schedule, like a work schedule. But obviously when I'm off work, but I really want to build my gaming community too. I feel like my fitness community is there. My anime community is slowly but surely growing. But streaming wise, it's time for me to put attention on the gamers as well. So we'll see how that goes while I'm in uniform. Anyway, y'all be good, alright? Peace. You shit.